What's good? What's good? I'm Ivy, and you're at Ivy Vibes. And I'm gonna do one that I haven't done in a long time. I don't know why I'm just feeling called to do certain things that I haven't done in a minute. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Today, I'm going to do signs and separation. And we are going to take a look and see what your person could be thinking. And this is the Hidden Truth Oracle. Now, I'm just going to say like this. This does not have to be a romantic relationship. It could be friends. It could be family. We just going to see what comes out and rock with it. So, Spirit, give me a message from this person that my collective is separated from. What would they like to say if they could say it? I wish I had treated you better. This could be a friend or a romantic relationship, either one. And what else would they say if they could say it to the collective? This is the Hidden Truth Oracle. So it's something that this person may be feeling, but just not have the strength or courage or wherewithal to express it to you. What else would this person like to express to the collective? I left you before you could leave me. Again, this does not have to be a romantic relationship. So many things remind me of you. I'm going to get one more. Let me get one more. One more, Spirit, please. I feel you even though we are apart. Again, this does not have to be a romantic relationship. And the reason I say that is because sometimes you have friendships that are so close that you literally can feel somebody, and a lot of things that you go through remind you of that person. So we are going to clarify these. First, we're going to clarify, I wish I had treated you better. So there may have been something that happened in a relationship, romantic or a friendship or otherwise, that somebody wishes that things were different. They know that they did not treat this person as well as they could have or should have. I had a friendship like that. I feel like this person, if they had a chance, they would work harder and be more diligent at creating a sense of balance in the relationship. Maybe this relationship was one-sided, and maybe they felt like they were the only ones doing all the work, or you were the only one doing all the work when it came to the relationship. Whether this is being careful and cautious in terms of what it is that you do, what you say, how you treat this person, always looking out for their feelings, but the person that you're in separation from did not work as hard as you, and so now they're wishing that they were a bit more diligent when it comes to how they treated you. What else can we get on this card, Spirit? Even if it's romantic, you know, it definitely can be romantic, because we have people too that they're lazy when it comes to relationships. They don't want to do what they need to for themselves to make the relationship better. Part of having a healthy relationship is making sure that you are a healthy individual so that you carry out healthy behavior. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. So there could have been this coming together, or maybe the two of you wanted to come together and you just didn't come together and build the way that you needed to, simply because your person was not really treating you well, and so therefore it may have caused some issues where you just decided to kind of back off. So we have, I left you before you can leave me. This is one of those things where in a romantic relationship we feel certain things, and because of our own insecurities we sabotage things, so we mess things up and we leave a situation before trying to work on it, because we get into this place where we so-called become mind readers and think, oh, they're probably thinking this, and so we do that. Or, oh, they probably feel like this, so I'm going to feel like this, and then I'm going to do that. Also, when it comes to friendships, we may tend to put a guard up, and this is like love relationships as well. We may tend to put a guard up simply because of the way that we may feel people don't understand us. And so we tend to remove ourselves from situations before we feel that somebody else is going to remove themselves. And it's not, it's really, to me, like a sign of immaturity. And it actually has to, it kind of depends also, okay? It really does depend, because sometimes we may tend to just remove ourselves because we feel like the relationship is just unhealthy. So there is that instance. But this, I feel, is a kind of a different situation where it almost feels as though this person was afraid to open up and let their guard down, and so because they had feelings of, some form of inadequacy and didn't want to really express it, they left the relationship before thinking that somebody was going to leave them. So let's see if we can clarify this instead of me just rambling on. Spirit, let's clarify this. I left you before you could leave me. So I feel like this here was some immaturity that was, on the other person's behalf. Very restless, immature behavior where they really didn't take time to think before acting. They just acted impulsively. Pages are all about youthfulness, immaturity, not really thinking, but like you have this young energy, and a lot of times it is a sign of immaturity, or just, you haven't fully grown or matured into what you need to. So I think that this really does kind of speak on the way that this person may have felt. Instead of talking and trying to work things out, they left before they felt that the other person was going to leave them. And without talking and having a conversation, that really is like a sabotage and a sign of immaturity. What else can we get with this, Spirit? Five of Cups. I feel like this person suffered a lot of disappointment and regrets, and now they probably really are feeling alone and disappointed in regards to the way that things turned out, because maybe they're sitting in a place where they're by themselves and they don't have to be. So there's a lot of despair, and they could be going over in their head, all the loss that they have incurred, all the loss that they ended up having over a span of time. And I would say simply because they didn't do the work. They chose to leave beforehand, and this may not be the first time that they have left, and now they're feeling regretful again, maybe feeling like, oh, nobody understands me, and so they just leave before having any kind of real clarification. Same thing like in a romantic relationship. If you're afraid that somebody is going to cheat on you or something like that, you may get it in your head that this person really isn't that into you. So you decide to make your move first and leave before you feel like they are going to leave you. And that's all based off of past experiences instead of living in the present and letting go of all of those things that happened to you in the past and leaving it there and treating this relationship and situation differently than what you've gone through in the past. So many things remind me of you, and I can definitely say that as friends, if you are really close, you share a lot of good times together, a lot of songs, a lot of experiences, and certain things, TV shows or whatever, conversations that you have, so many different things that can remind you of that person. So we have the Three of Wands. And so I feel like this person may be frustrated because they could potentially be waiting for you to come back. And if they are waiting for you, or if they are possibly deciding to come back, they're allowing a lot of fear to get in the way. So there's some delays that are there, obstacles that are preventing the two of you to really be able to come back together and reunite. And so there's some frustration there that they may be dealing with. And in the meantime, there's a lot of things that they keep on coming up that is just reminding you, this person of you. What else can you tell me about this? Yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and so it feels like they may be very slow to move forward, to take responsibility. They need to take a real practical approach in terms of how they come, but it just seems like the effort may not really be there right now. The way that they need to do things, putting in the hard work, they really may not be used to putting in that hard work the way that they need to, and they kind of just leave things, for other people to do, not really taking the responsibility like they need to, and that's not good. I feel you even though we are apart. So let's see what that is about. And again, this can be for a romantic situation as well as otherwise. We have the Ten of Cups. So you may have been the kind of person, romantic or friend, that was very fulfilling to this person. Like your buddy, like, that's my girl, that's my guy. We just do everything together. We see eye to eye, like they enjoyed the closeness. There was a certain kind of fulfillment that they received when they were around you, camaraderie, coming together. But now that you guys are separated, you may not be on speaking terms. They can still feel you there, even though you're not there. They may be able to sense that there's moments when you may be thinking about them as much as they are thinking about you. And you just presented a type of happiness for them when you guys were together. What else can you tell me about this? The thing is, with these readings, I just don't always like it to be looked at as something that's romantic, because sometimes it's not. Sometimes it really could be something that we're going through with a family member or a friend, We have the Devil. So I feel like this person is putting limiting beliefs on themselves when it comes to what they're thinking, what they're feeling, how they're treating this situation. Like maybe they feel like there's no way of coming back, that the damage has been done so much to the point that there's not going to be an opportunity to turn things around. And that is the bondage that they may be caught under, is this mindset of really feeling like there's no way of getting around or undoing things to regain the relationship all over again. And so they also may feel like they feel you, you know what I'm saying? But they're, as much as they may possibly have moments where they sense that you could be thinking about them as much as they're thinking about you, that their beliefs are creating this type of, you know, restraint in their mind that it's just really making it hard for them to see any way out to be able to move forward. So let's see what we have. This is going to be for if it is a romantic. This is advice for if it is romantic. A romantic separation, relationship separation that you are involved in. We'll see what advice we can get from the Romance Angel deck. What advice can we get from the Romance Angel? What advice can we get from the Romance Angels? Well, dang, is this a romantic relationship or not? Maybe it is just a friendship. I don't know. What advice can we get from the Romance Angels? I'm going to do this one last time, and if nothing comes out, then maybe this really is not a romantic relationship. It could just be a friendship or a family member or something. Okay, I don't think that this is a romantic relationship. Okay, so let's see. What we have as far as advice. Let's get it from the. Let me see. Should I use this one? I'll take it from this one. Let's get some advice. What advice can we give our collective in regards to... We got the Three of Wands. So I would definitely say to just wait. I think that things are going to smooth over and come together. But in waiting, there also has to be this... this building, this action. So the Wands is all about action. And so even though there's this phase of waiting where you see this person on the seashore, this person also has to actively do things to prepare themselves, to make themselves ready for when that ship gets to the shore. Okay, so there's some things still that this person has to do before coming back together, and there's some things that you may also need to do before coming back together, and that can be changing your mindset, softening your heart, thinking about things from the other person's perspective, just really trying to have a change in the behavior all around and how you see things, and a willingness to be open to want to have the relationship again, or at least see what can be resolved. And if this is a relationship that you want to go back to and have, you know, like maybe there just needs to be that talk to see where are we going to go, how are we going to move from here, are we going to resolve things and come back together and restore the relationship, or are we just going to have this conversation to understand where the other person is coming from, but we're just going to let things go. So it really depends on you guys and whatever it is that you choose to do, how you want to handle the situation. But that is what I got for now for signs in separation. And if it fits for you, then it fits. But like I said, all things when it comes to these separations do not have to be romantic relationships, because we tend to be become separated from a lot of people, and they're not always romantic. So that is it, my loves. Thank you guys so much for coming to my channel and for watching this video. I really appreciate all of the new subscribers, the old subscribers as well. I appreciate the support, and I ask that you guys would just keep on rocking with me. If you have any suggestions for things that you would like to see, y'all know that I'm open. I've asked in earlier videos, if you want to see something, you know, say it, let me know so I can do it, because I feel like the more I cater to you guys, the more you guys will tune in and watch, because I'm giving you what you like, what you're asking for. But if you don't ask, I'm just kind of winging it, and I'm doing whatever I think you guys want to see, which may not be what you want to see. And that's not going to be either good for both of us, because I don't want to waste your time, and I definitely don't want to waste my time. So until the next time, you guys, be well.